Hey there guys, welcome back to Texas Beer Reviews, and on this episode we will be looking at Orpheus Atalanta Tart Plum Saison. So this is the last beer that I have from Jake that I haven't reviewed, and this is canned on September 22nd of this year, 5.25% alcohol by volume, and of course it is a Saison brewed with plums. I think they also use maybe lactobacillus or something to make this tart. Doesn't really specify, just says a bit wild. Could be Brettanomyces, but I think I've had this before, I didn't really pick up her head. But anyway, that was at a little kind of a share, so actually I think I've had it twice. Two different shares. Let's check it out. Let you guys know what I think. Alright, tons and tons and tons of carb. This thing is quite carved. Pours out a very pale straw color, light, sort of light, lemony almost, a little bit lighter here in person. Pretty thick white head, a little bit hazy. So check out the aroma. Definitely getting the that kind of acidity, that tartness, bit of salinity. Bit of lemon. I'm getting a bit of that plum. The plum's kind of light. Of course, plums themselves are not super intense in flavor as far as, comparing them to different other fruits you can do, raspberries, blackberries, etc. But I'm getting some plum. A bit of that kind of spicy, almost clove-like yeastiness, but not very much. It's there, but it's kind of subtle. The acidity sort of takes over quite a bit. But it does have notes of like traditional Belgian style saison, just with that kind of tartness. Let's check out the taste. Cheers. Very tasty. So, pretty nice acidity. Not too tart, but it hits you all the way through. Tart at the beginning, tart at the middle, tart at the end. And it's just enough to where, it kind of has just a slight kick, but it's not overwhelming at all. Excuse me. Definitely getting some of that lemon-like character. Picking up the plums. Of course, like I mentioned, it's not super intense, but it's just enough to kind of make the beer a bit more unique. Picking up a bit of that kind of peppercorn, clove-like quality, but it's very, very subtle. Definitely more on the nose to me. And a bit of a wheat malt, not too intense, but just enough, kind of pick up that malt character. But it definitely has more of this kind of like wheat-like quality to it. Definitely kind of feels more like a Berliner Weiss kind of in certain senses. I mean, it has that sort of traditional yeasty kind of character to it. It's very subtle, but I get like a Berliner Weiss type malt quality on this. I don't know. But anyway, carbonation is very effervescent. Yeah, so for Atalanta, very, very tasty. I'm going to go ahead and do... It's an easy 4 out of 5. I may be more towards a 4.25. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 4.25. It's just a bit under, but just enough to kind of hit it up there. The acidity really makes this beer, and the extra kind of that plum has the like extra kind of fruit kick to it, which is pretty good. So anyway, yeah, 4.25 for Orpheus Atalanta. So thank you very much, Jake. And I have one more beer from him, but I don't know when I'm reviewing it. Not a can or not a fridge beer, cellar type. I don't know. You can age it, I guess. But anyway, it's in my cellar, so might do that here in a bit. Trying to drink through some of those beers. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this episode. So, as usual, think global, drink local, and cheers.